Hi guys, Ryan here from healthsymptomsanalyzer.com. I'm just making this quick video, which I hope will be very quick, just to show you what the software program is about. Now, if you're looking for more detailed information on the video, I highly recommend you watch one of our other videos on the site, which goes on for 20 plus minutes in deeper detail. But in a nutshell, what we have here is our instructions page. And we click over, we have the symptom score sheet. What this does is actually take into account over 300 different symptoms you could be suffering from. And it goes across the board from emotional, food issues, weight, hair, head, face, eyes, issues with digestive systems, male, female specific issues, issues with your nails even, extremities with your arms, legs, bones, muscles, energy, sleep issues, allergies, and so on. Within each of these categories, there's over, all combined, there's 300 different symptoms. This one alone is actually emotional, mental symptoms. So as you can see, I've actually already filled out results because I want to be able to show you what these results mean. So typically it would be about, everything would be a 0. And what you do is just enter in your score from 0 to 5, a 0 being something that never occurs, 1 being rare, 2 being maybe once in a while, 3 being enough but not severe, 4 being fairly severe, getting up there, but not the worst symptoms you have, and then 5 being just the absolute worst symptoms, chronic, something that you deal with every day. It's just really disturbing your life. That would be a 5. So with that said, you go through the whole list, you fill them out. So I've actually already done this. Normally as well, just so you know, you can actually export the results as a Excel spreadsheet if you want to send them to someone. You can save the results and then load those results at another time. Or if you ever just mess up, you can just reset the results. So going on here to the summary, what we find here is actually a readout in a chart format. And what it does is it does ratios. So it shows the lowest score. So in this case, based on the symptoms, vitamin A doesn't seem to be much of a concern. Selenium, lymphatic system, aluminum toxicity, iron, not really issues. You go up to the top, we're finding here low stomach effectiveness, being 150, as it shows it here. Chromium deficiency, excessive copper being an issue, parasites being very high, iodine deficiency. So I go into way more detail explaining these in the other video, but essentially it gives you this readout. So from here you can actually take action on these issues, many of which you may not have even been aware of are a health concern for you. And that's the beauty of the software, is it's going to bring up a lot of results you didn't even realize that were causing your current set of symptoms. So we go over to systems and chart. So we have the various major systems in here. We have vitamins and minerals as well. Heavy metals and EFAs, but of course we have glucose metabolism, digestive systems, circulation, nervous system, immunity. So according to this, mineral deficiency is coming up pretty high. You kind of do it based on ratios. Whatever, again, comes up the highest are the ones you need to look into. Stress being very high. And based on the readout, because I've already looked at this, it's actually mineral-related deficiencies that are tying into a lot of the stress. As are actually, I believe, parasites was increasing the stress load. And you'll find when stress is high, of course, nervous system is very high. The two are very correlated. Digestive toxicity being very high as well, or just digestive system stress, you could call it. And then glucose metabolism. Again, I remember looking at the readout, and it was based on a supplement deficiency. In this case, it was chromium deficiency, which when supplemented would actually drop this number down a fair bit. So, in a nutshell, you can very quickly see how your scores came out. And then when you go to the details page, and click over to that again, and it's just basically what this page is going to do is calculate all the scores that came up in the summary chart. So what you can do is actually look individually in each category. So we're looking at, say, what came up for your colon or what came up for your nervous system, and you can click on it and you'll get a list which will show you all the different symptoms that were related to that condition. So as I go into in the other video, I go into way more detail about this. If you're interested in finding out what all this means, I highly recommend you watch the other video. It's about 20 minutes long. Really worth it if you're really considering purchasing this program or just learning more about it, because it will tell you everything else you need to know. I just simply don't have the time in this video, because once I get on a roll, I'm just going to keep going on about it. As you'll see in the other video, I just keep going and going. So with that said, this is basically what the program is. Again, this is made for anyone who's had chronic health symptoms throughout their life, or they have health symptoms and they haven't found a diagnosis that they're satisfied yet, either from their MD, naturopath, or wherever. Again, we can't diagnose. This is just our educated opinions. I'll put it like that, because we've done our research. And we've been in the alternative health industry for many, many years. We're chronic health sufferers. We found the answers ourselves, and then basically the software is sort of like the brainchild of all that. So if you're wondering, oh, do I need a certain program to run this? It actually runs off any browser. If you have anything like Windows Explorer or Firefox or Chrome or anything like that, it'll run off of that. If you're concerned about system specs, it doesn't need much. It'll run on basically any kind of computer. And as for the software itself, Silverlight actually, the instant you try and open this, it will automatically give you the link to install it. But we'll also put the install on the download page if you choose to buy the program. Again, we give 100% money back guarantee on this. The whole point is just to lead you in the right direction. If you've been around the block for a while, or you just simply are not satisfied, you just don't know why you're having the symptoms you're having, we're not promising this is going to tell you exactly specifically what it is, but it will give you a very accurate readout of the most likely conditions. And to be perfectly honest, there's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to come up on this that you would have had no idea otherwise that was a cause for concern. And I can't say for sure that this thing would save your life, but when you're getting things like lead coming up really high, and if you have lead in your pipes that you're drinking every day in your water, and you find that you're slowly losing your mind, I don't want to say that Alzheimer's is creeping up on you, but this is basically showing a lead toxicity symptom that maybe you wouldn't have been aware of until it's too late. And that's the problem with most modern medical tests, is that by the time they bring up by the time toxicity symptoms are shown on a typical modern medical test, you're beyond the point of no return. A lot of times you're going to get to the point where if those symptoms are getting that bad and they finally find an issue on their test, it's not like you can say, oh, okay, now I know. Okay, I can treat it now. No, it's not like that. It's like, oh, now they know. Now they're like, well, you've come this far. We're going to have to put you on this drug the rest of your life and hope maybe it can minimize the damage you've done to yourself, or we're going to do surgery. It's not really like they say, oh, well, there's this diet you can do, this cleanse. If you happen to see a naturopath, they'll give you suggestions. But really, to wait that long until you take a test for it to show up results is the worst thing you can do. You need to be proactive with your health. And that's going as a point beyond all of this. It's just the general issue with most people out there who are suffering. They're looking for test results. They're looking for results. They're asking people who, your MD might even have the right intentions, but they're simply not trained in the way to actually heal your body. They're trained in drugs and surgery. It's cut you or give you this drug, and that's it. And you know what? At the end of the day, that's just not going to cut it. It's not going to help you. And if you're actually looking to help yourself, you've got to go and think outside the box, look at whether answers are out there, and that's what this is going to provide you with. It's going to provide you with a specific readout to what you need to know. And you can do this over and over. We recommend it once every week, 2 weeks, a month, to see how you improve based on what it suggests. And then as you improve, re-enter your symptom scores, and you can actually watch how your scores in certain areas will drop. Or if you have a certain symptom that keeps getting worse, keep doing the program over and over, and then finally we'll identify and you'll realize, oh, this is what it is. It's a mercury toxicity. You do some research and figure out, oh, it's coming from my amalgams. And go see a holistic dentist, get them taken out, and, problem solved. It can lead you in all these different directions, things you haven't even realized yet. So instead of browsing around on the internet forever, even buying books on alternative health if that's what you're doing, or simply racking your brain with worry and not knowing what's going on, I highly recommend you try this program out. Again, it's 100% money back guarantee. If you're not satisfied with the readout, with the results, that's fine. I'm not guaranteeing that what you're going to get as a readout is what you're going to want to see, to be perfectly honest. You might get results that you're not happy with, in the sense that it means you've got a lot of work to do. But typically, if you have quite a few health symptoms, that's kind of what's going to happen. But if you're like me, where you're stuck in the dark with your health symptoms, you wanted answers, and there was nothing out there that was going to help you, this is the best thing you will ever find. There's nothing like it on the market, and basically, it just beats out everything else you could possibly do. It's going to speed up your research into why you feel the way you do, and just give you the answers right off the bat. So again, I hope this was helpful for you. Hope to hear from you. You can contact us if you have any questions. Again, it's not a miracle cure. It is a software, though, that will absolutely help you, guaranteed. There's no question about that. It's helped me even after having this thing and using it. The ironic part is, and knowing all this, it's still finding answers for me. Things I wouldn't even, especially with the nutritional deficiencies, minerals and vitamins, I wasn't even thinking of. And then, it just takes one thing for me. I know my stuff. For someone out there who doesn't even know their stuff and they do this thing, you are in for quite the surprise. There's going to be a lot of big answers that you would not have ever even imagined. So with that said, if you want more information, I highly recommend you watch the other video. And that's all for today. Hope you have a great day. Bye for now.